Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Donkey Kong Country. Today we are going to be playing through episode 10. Here we have a save state. I've been showing these more frequently as the series goes on, just because we didn't show them a lot during the beginning of the series. I'd like to give them some limelight here as we close it out. And then, yeah, we're going to be doing the second part of this Doom Gloom area and taking on yet another boss, which ironically, I know we'll see it when we get there, but it's a garbage can. It's just a garbage can. That's the boss. That's all they could come up with. It's a garbage can that disposes or dispenses various enemy types. So that's something to look forward to. It's definitely unique. I'll give it that. Don't know how much I love it, but it's unique. But for this first level here, we have a Poison Pond. This is more or less your underwater standard level, but getting progressively harder as the game is continuing to go on. I will say this series of levels here, I had to save quite extensively. I'm sure you'll see a lot of cuts in and out and things like that. It did take me quite a good time to come up with like a finished product for you guys to view. You got like 11, maybe 12 minutes here, and maybe it took me about 40 minutes, so a good bit cut out there. But at the end of the day, we're making it through this game, and that's all that matters, folks, right? You know, as long as we get to the end. And I am pre-posting a lot of this, because hopefully by the time that you're seeing this exact video, I should be all moved in to my new place, and we should be there for a good chunk of time. Me and the puppy over here, so hopefully this was like a one-time thing. I felt like really stressed making a lot of these videos here for this week, just because I knew we would be moving and losing internet for like a day or two and things like that. It's always a fun time. For those that have moved, I'm sure you could share in the experience. It's always a disaster. Now, I'm a firm believer in whatever can go wrong will go wrong, so that makes things a lot funner as well. But I do like the addition. These spinning tire things are kind of cool. I don't like the piranhas. They're so unpredictable. Like, it feels unfair at times how unpredictable they are. And I'm not really sure like what all I could do with them. Like, you'll see in this stage here. Oh, let's get the DK barrel. Maybe that's all that this has to offer. But there's an area like towards the end where we have to go through like a ton of those piranhas, and it just feels like so unforgiving and so unfair at times that like it makes you not want to play the game. But I do have to say, like, games like Mario in the past, specifically like Super Mario Bros. 3, maybe not even Super Mario Bros. 3, but maybe like the original Super Mario Bros. Got aggravating to the point that like I just did not want to carry on. Like, it was so ungodly difficult that I didn't want to do it anymore. I'd say like the same thing sort of applies for like the final Bowser fight in Super Mario 64. Like, it just got so miserable at the end that like I was just banking on luck and continuing to play. This game has not hit that point for me. I'm still, as much as I'm struggling through this game, I'm still very much enjoying like all the elements that this game has to offer. It's still very fun, which I think for somebody like myself who has very little patience for games like this is saying a lot. Like, honestly, I very rarely say this with games. I know I go out and I tell people, you should go out and play it, it's fun. If you haven't played this game, go out and play it. Just go out and play it. It's unforgiving, it's brutal, it's tough, but it is so enjoyable when you actually get to beat levels that it's worth all of the struggle. And if you're more skilled than average Joe here, and you say, well, I'm gonna do it for the challenge, maybe try and get the Kong letters in each level. Or maybe make it a way to like go out and do as many bonus levels or things like that as you can. Like, do whatever you can that makes it more enjoyable for you. Because I don't think this game needs my recommendation because it's notoriously pretty solid. But I give it like a 10 out of 10 here. It's an excellent game through and through. If anything, I think when I make this game, we're visiting Cranky Kong here, and he's beating me upside the head. If anything, I think when I do this on like to record for YouTube, right, the screen gets a little bit smaller because I'm doing like the projection from one screen to the other there, so I don't get like the full screen effect, and I feel like that hinders me a little bit in like my perception of the game, so like my jumps aren't as good as they should be and things like that. But I'm sure if you're just playing it on a standard TV and things like that, you should be good to go. But here we have another cart level, which if you saw our last cart level, you know this one's gonna be utter chaos. This one is one that I will say it takes a lot of practice and restarts and things like that to get this under control, because this is an absolute disaster, knowing when you should jump, knowing when you shouldn't jump, what you should land on, when you should just float with the cart, when you shouldn't, what obstacles are really obstacles, which ones aren't. It's a complete and utter disaster, as you've seen. So unforgiving of a level. Even worse than our initial cart. I'm sure some of that's being displayed here on full display, because there are a lot of cuts. Because it just gets so brutally hard to like keep track of everything going on. Like everything has to be nailed perfectly. And even here, like you have to step on an enemy before getting into the cart. You're gonna see that again because I think I died. Or fast forwarded past the part. I don't know. It's chaos. This whole level is chaos. You have to fall down here, land into this cart, go up here, fall down here, jump over there. Jesus, that was a lot, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm used to a lot. That was a hell of a lot. But I think we have Blackout Basement, which is going to be another interesting one here. The lights cut in and out as you're playing throughout the level. So good luck trying to sense any enemies or anything like that coming. It's a complete and utter disaster. But as always, like I said, it's still very, very fun. Like, it's one thing I can't take away from this game. It's just how ridiculously fun it is. You know, I struggle with things from time to time. But at no point in time do I ever feel like it's not worth it. Which I can't say the same way for like many other games that I've played recently. Especially on the channel. Many games that I played on the channel, I have made it all the way through and thought to myself, none of that was worth it. But I think this one here is a keeper. And as always, it will be beaten. Right? Average Joe gives his promise. I won't 100% the game, but I will definitely get through it. And we'll make it through it here as a team. And I've definitely had a few soda pops before this record. I mean, let's be honest. If you're sticking through this part in the episode, you know. You know. There you go. Get Diddy back into play. It's not so bad. Okay, this is going to be bad. Yep. Okay, there we go. We got a death. Can't make it through an episode without one. See, that's right there. Let's just jump right over here. Good, we got the O. Can we actually spell Kong here today? I don't think so, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be my honest answer. Okay, here's one of these hard-headed guys. Helmet-wearing guys. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Try to make it over here. It's my little Donkey Kong song. This way. And yeah, I know I pointed out before, but man, the soundtrack for this game is great. I know the soundtrack I was just whiffing is not even relatively close to the Donkey Kong soundtrack, but I gotta make up my own music while I'm doing this because it's extremely challenging. And some of these jumps are in pure faith. I have to do something to make myself feel a little bit better about them. Okay, thank God we... Holy crap. This is extremely challenging. I don't think it's like... It could be worse. Okay, it can't be much worse. We lost Donkey Kong. We just got Diddy out here. Getting Diddy with it. I thought I died there, but actually I went into a safe zone. So let's experience this. There's There's a letter there. I don't want the letter. I kind of want to get the hell out of here. But with that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, there is only about a minute left. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational for myself in continuing to make videos just like this now and in the near future. I definitely lucked out on a bunch of jumps there because I did not deserve any of that coming my way. But yeah, if you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We'll be playing this series here on Mondays and Wednesdays until we wrap it up. And then we'll be moving into Lego Star Wars on Mondays and Wednesdays, the Skywalker Saga. I think that Let's Play is going to take a quality amount of time, so you definitely have a lot of viewing stuff there to take a look at if you like that series. Otherwise, we'll be playing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And once we wrap up that, I plan to get into another Pokemon game, maybe Pokemon X, maybe Pokemon Y, or maybe one of them on Switch. It just depends on like how much time I actually have between moving in and things like that in the new place to like get all that set up on my computer. And it depends on when we finish up the existing Let's Play going on there. But like I said, hope you all enjoy. Watch me beat this trash can to death, and we'll see you all here on the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I hope you all had a fantastic week, and peace out, Girl Scout.